Warning, this podcast contains adult language. Listener's discretion is advised.
Zero Dragons!
Boom headshot! Boom headshot! Boom headshot!
Welcome back to Alternative Universe, everyone. So, it's been almost an entire month since the first episode of iZombie premiered on the CW. If you haven't seen it yet, you need to get your ass on the bandwagon. It's a show meant for, well, everyone. It has humor, action, love drama, sarcasm, and a very cool zombie protagonist. Before you start to question why I'm talking about television, I need you to check yourself because there is always a method to my madness. Okay, maybe not always, but majority of the time there is. iZombie is also a comic book from Vertigo Comics. Most of what makes the show addicting is the writing, and you all are in luck. I got an interview with Deirdre Mangan, a writer from iZombie. Listen and love her. I apologize for the audio quality. My first question is, what is a typical day for you on set?
Well, on-set work is actually it's a smaller percentage of what the whole job is. Usually you're in a writer's room, and the first 2 weeks you talk about big season arcs and where you want to take the stories, and then the day-to-day is, okay, now we're going to start breaking episode 1 or 2. That usually takes a week and a half, 2 weeks sometimes. If you're lucky, it takes a week. So once your episode is finally gone through your boss's notes, network notes, studio notes, and everyone's happy with it, it goes to production. You start doing pre-production, which is answering questions like, what location are we going to shoot these scenes in? What wardrobe do we want these characters in? Makeup, hair, props, etc., casting. And then they finally fly your ass up to Vancouver, on this show in particular, to set. We write in Los Angeles and we shoot in Vancouver. Everyone up there is super nice because they're Canadian, and they welcome you, and they drive you from the airport to the office. And you roll your suitcase in, and you get started immediately.
Your job and career just sounds so amazing, but is there a challenging part to your job?
Yeah, writing is hard and it's the worst. Yeah. Writing is really hard. I think there's no common personality too with writers. Like, there's a part of me that's like, I'm so good, and then there's a part of me that's like, I'm a fucking fraud, and everyone's gonna figure it out at some point. So there's a lot of self-doubt, and there's also a reason why you're here, and you have to remind yourself of that. But you don't want to disappoint your boss. I mean, you have to be good at what you do, or you're not coming back.
Do you have any advice for people who want to be like you?
Do you like me? That's not good. To be a TV writer? Yeah, I mean, there's a million things you should do, depending on what stage of life you're in. First of all, on a really general note, if you want to be a writer, you can't just write all the time. You need to do things. You need to say yes to everything. I want to say do drugs, but I want to say do drugs now. I mean, but I've done drugs. You should be open to experiences, like travel, do something scary, tell somebody who you're in love with that you're in love with them, see what happens, because even if they say no and they reject you, that's something you get to keep now. That's an experience you have now. And that's your job, is to collect human experiences and observe other people. Watch a ton of movies, read a ton of books and plays, watch a ton of TV shows. That's your homework. It's the best homework in the world. And write all the time, even if it's a journal. Even if you're tired that day and you've got nothing in your head, write a journal entry, write a little poem or a song, anything.
I knew you guys would love her, but I'm not going to tell you anything about the comic because I want all of you to give the show at least one chance, then read the comics, since they are both wonderful in their respective nature. If you won't do it for me, do it for Deirdre. On April 10th, Daredevil was officially out on Netflix. If you don't have Netflix, I recommend you get your best friend's account or sweet talk your ex into them giving you their password to watch the show. Did you guys know they have an audio narration for the visually impaired? Not gonna lie, they should have done this before, since the main character in Daredevil is, blind. Netflix, you had one job. Anyway, that is all I have for you guys this week. Oh, before I go, I will be on a 2 to 3 week hiatus before coming back on a hopefully weekly schedule for the summer. So stay tuned for that. Keep up with me and Deirdre on the interwebs too. My Twitter is JessicaMayo_VA. That's JESSICAMAYO_VA. Deirdre is Hard-Hearted Hannah. And that's, and get ready for it, HARDHEARTDHANNA. Signing off from Alternative Universe, I'm Jessica Mayo.